Welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to use the example areas and the area generator at servantsnotprofessionals.com for the Bible role-playing game. We have a large depository of different biblical locations here that you can explore with your party. I mean, there's so many, it's ridiculous. And to use it is very simple. All you're going to put in is a biblical location and your biblical quest. We'll take a look at how to use this generator. We'll also take a look at how to use the depository. But using the generator first is very straightforward. You can take your quest. If you don't have a quest yet, every character has a quest. So here I have this character that I just picked up, the melodic fisher of Philistia, Azrael ben Shimon. At the bottom, it has an adventure hook. And so if you don't have a quest yet, well, you'll simply use this as your quest. It's your adventure hook, and you'll just paste that right there. Now, where do you want to be when this happens? Well, I'd probably be somewhere in Philistia, which is the land of the Philistines, by the way. And since it has the quest, it's going to give us tools and loot and stuff that directly corresponds to our adventure and our goal. And with that, you just click Generate Town. Take a few seconds, it'll generate the town right here, and then after a few more seconds, it's going to appear down here. We'll just reload, and here it is. The secrets of the Ashkelon coastline. Ashkelon is a town or a large city, one of the 5 large cities in Philistia in the Bible. So it's going to give you quite a few things to go off of. It'll give you a description of the town. The coastal village of Ashkelon bustles with activity as fishermen, men nets, and traders haggle over the day's catch. It'll also give a quest connection. The stories point towards the potential danger of the artifact and the rivalries that exist among fishermen, thus compelling him to navigate the delicate social currents of the village. It's going to give you 3 notable features that you can explore. You have the Waves of History Well, an ancient well. You have the Fisherman's Shrine, a stone shrine dedicated to Dagon, the fish god. Now, how would you want to navigate that as a Christian? I guess you'll have to find out. However, this is accurate to the Bible. Dagon is the god of the Philistines and is historically known as the fish god. And then we have the trade post of Ashkelon. There's also buildings with people. The smithy, which is a blacksmith of Eliab, who's a burly smith with a kind heart. You can buy things there. There's the description. There's a market stand of Miriam. There's an inn of the Azure Wave from Reuben, a retired fisherman. There's also non-player characters like Delilah, a storyteller and herbalist. Of course, Delilah is the name of Samson's girlfriend, I guess, who eventually turns him in to the Philistines. There is Ruth, who was not an Israelite, although she was a Moabite, but it's a good name, and Oren, who is a fisherman and a rival. Competitive and shrewd, Oren keeps an eye on Azrael, suspicious of his newfound artifact. The dialogue example: I don't trust those who dredge up things best left in the depths. Keep your head above water, friend. Very mysterious. There's quest items. You can find the artifact of the Philistine god, found during Azrael's fishing expedition, requires careful investigation, the importance to the plot, unlocks visions of ancient Philistine lore, and threatens to draw unwanted attention to Azrael. What would you do? How would you navigate that as a Christian? Well, that's what we'll find out through this quest. In the market, you can buy fishing nets, dried seaweed, a harpoon, a fishing line, and Philistine talismans. A talisman is basically a good luck charm. There's secrets and discoveries, like the Secret Dream Journal. There are also quest leads. Rumors of a rival fisherman, Oren, whispers of a sacred ceremony. Delilah offers hints about a hidden passage, inquiries about local authorities, and hearing unsettling tales from Ruth. There's also encounters. While exploring the market, Azrael overhears a drunken fisherman, or a sudden storm appears on the horizon, or as Azrael approaches the inn, he encounters a group of travelers sharing stories about missing fishermen. Now, all you have to do to interact with these is simply to place your adventure hook as your goal, your location as the location description, or you can just put Ashkelon of Philistia, and then I want to see what's up with this drunken fisherman. I approach the fisherman, and whenever you try to do an action, you're going to have to roll the dice down here to see how you do. Now this character here is -1 charisma, and nothing that really helps. So with talking to someone, he's going to get a -1 on his roll. I got a 12, -1 is 11. I roll 11 in charisma. Now I'm going to ask the assistant, and it's going to give me what happens. As you navigate through the bustling market of Ashkelon, your approach draws his attention, and with your charisma, you manage to engage him. Ah, fellow seeker of the sea's secrets, he bellows, his breath heavy with the stench of fermented fish. That's disgusting. It'll then give some actions for you to follow up with, and if you'd like to do those, you'll simply copy this in instead of the beginning part, and you'll say, I inquire about the guardians of the treasure, and you ask again, and that's that. To use the depository, obviously you can scroll, you can click on them, rivalry and revelry in the craftsman's quarters, or better than that, you can search. If your characters simply say, you know what, we're not super interested in the main quest, what we need to do, we need to take a little pit stop and explore another town, gather some resources. What you'll do, you might ask the assistant, give me a list of towns near Jerusalem. We have Bethlehem, Bethany, Jericho, Hebron, and Emmaus, and Gibeon. So you know what? Oh, this is the place of Joshua. That's somewhat close to the story we're doing with the characters. Let's do Gibeon. There's no towns generated yet that have anything to do with Gibeon, unfortunately. But when we look up Jericho, we do have right here, feast and tithing in the valley, region east of the Jordan River near the city of Jericho. A tithing well, a feast pavilion, the Levite sanctuary, Jacob's marketplace, scribes' quarters, NPCs, Moses ben Aaron, Hannah of Jericho, Samuel the Levite. So here we have some encounters, some people, the market, and all the good things. So if you feel like just looking up a city, they're available, and they will show up in the post feed. So if you want to go back to Ashkelon, you just click on it and you're back. So with that, that's how you use the location generator and the depository. Try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Can't wait to see you then. Salam. Wow, what an adventure we had today. Thanks for joining us in the Bible role-playing game. Hope to see you in our next episode. Leave any comments down below. But what you think Eliab needs to do next to complete his mission.